All right. Okay, good morning, everyone. Do a little bit of adjusting here. And it is Tuesday morning joints and glands exercises. So as usual, as always, we start in our seated position. Chair is probably most comfortable on the floor if you're able. And close your eyes and begin attending to the breath. So first of all, find your nostril dominance. So whatever nostril is most open or breathing clearly. Take an inhale and exhale through that open nostril and inhale through the opposite side. So we're creating a mental circle of breath prana. And then ever so gently transition as you switch sides. So now you're exhaling through the nostril that might be a little bit more plugged. And if both nostrils do happen to be open, just pick a side and follow mentally that breath cycle, making a circle or oval, whatever comes to mind. And then exhaling through both nostrils and inhaling through both. And as you relax the mind and the body, sit up a little taller, roll the shoulders back and down a bit more, and continue to attend to the breath. And then gently opening the eyes, just keep a soft gaze, a natural breath cycle. Bring the hands to the heart center and pressing all of the fingers, all the knuckles together, including the heel of the hand. Just a gentle press, extending the elbows out to the side. And then pressing the arms forward, opening up the upper back. And then inhaling up and stretching the sides of the body, reach up. And then sweeping the arms back to the heart center. So press those palms together in a very gentle way. And we'll continue with our centering again, pressing forward and then inhaling up and then exhaling around back to the heart. And then again, forward, up and around. And then lower the forehead to the fingertips, open the back of the neck. And then dropping the right elbow to that left knee for seated prayer twist. Extend the left elbow up to the ceiling as you look up. And then coming back to center and switching sides. Adding the breath, inhale to our center and exhale as you twist. Inhale and exhale and keep the motion going, switching from side to side, and then beginning to allow the breath to initiate the movement. So as you take your inhale, the movement follows the breath, both on the inhale and the exhale. So just a slight pause, but smooth it out as best you can so that the smoothness of the breath translates into the movement of the body. Just brings our awareness of movement more internal. All right, finish out this side. Inhale back to your center. Press the palms together, extend those elbows, sit up a little bit taller. And then extend the arms out at a T. Just reach in a gentle fashion. Flip the palms up. Inhale up overhead. Bring the palms together. Bring all the knuckles touching, including the thumb and the heel of the hand, and reach up. And then interlace the fingers, spin the palms up, and begin tipping side to side. All right, come back to center, press the palms up one more time, straighten the elbows, and then bring the arms past the ears. Arms forward, press forward, open the back. And then release and interlace behind the hips. So the shoulders roll back and down, keep the chest lifted. And bend into just a simple forward fold. Bring your arms out at a T and inhale up overhead, prayer flow. Touch the palms and exhale back to the heart center. And release from here. All right, so going back to the face, so take your forefingers and brush the forehead and bring any worry lines, any tension, any stress, just brush it off the forehead. And then take your fingertips and just start a gentle head massage. So bring your thumbs and your fingers right at the hairline to begin with. And you can move the scalp as well. And then work your way back, maybe behind the ears, the crown of the head. So rub the hair and then move the scalp kind of at the same time. And then work toward the back so your thumb is at the base of the skull, and give that a good massage. And move the scalp also. Make sure you kind of get behind your ears too. All right, release from there. And then take your first finger and your thumb and just run along the eyebrow line and sweep off the face. So the thumb is on the eye socket, and you can give it pretty good pressure. There are acupressure points that will help reduce headache and stress. But it's the sweeping motion off that is the best part. All right, then we're going to do the same thing with the first finger in the inner corner of the eye and run it along that bony ridge under the eye and off. A little bit gentler pressure. And then take those first fingers again and run right along the ridge or edge of the nose, or where the nose meets the cheek, and give that a good massage, especially if you need to open up sinuses. And then a couple under the cheekbone, make the big U and off. And if you have sinus issues, go right across the cheekbone in toward the ear. You can give that good pressure. And then taking the fingers and temple massage. And go the other way. And then working with the ear. So start at the earlobe and pull down and work your fingers along the outer bony ridge of the ear and then pull up. And do that a few times, down and out and up. And then take your first finger and massage the inner ear, where all the ridges are. And then massage the back of the ear. Okay. Take the heel of your hand and bring it right up the chin and run pressure along the jawline. Keep your jaw relaxed and run it right up toward the ears. And then massage the jaw joint. And the other way. All right, and releasing from there. Okay, working down into the neck. So drop your chin to chest. So sit up extra tall and chin to chest. Let your head get good and heavy. And rock the right ear toward that right shoulder. Chin to chest. And left ear to shoulder. And let it get heavy at each point. And then chin to chest. Let it dangle a little bit lower. Roll the shoulders back and down. Get the head good and heavy. And then right ear to the shoulder and go past it up to the spine. And then go to the other side. Okay, we're going to do this several times. All right, finish this last one. And then end chin to chest. Let your head get heavy one more time. And then gently look up to the ceiling. Keep the neck long. Look to the right. Point the chin to the right armpit. And then over the shoulder. And look left. Chin to armpit. Over the shoulder. And back to center. All right. Pelvic circles. So working down the body a little bit deeper. So bend forward, deep bend to the right and back, and the other side and forward again. So big pelvic circles. Exhale forward, inhale back. And then reverse that circle. All right, and then pause in your center, sit up a little taller, and make tiny little circles like you're rotating around the spinal column. And then go the other way. And then pause, sit up tall, roll the shoulders back, enjoy the little energy rush. And then working back up to the shoulders again. Let's drop the right arm to your side. So this is a little easier on a chair. And bring your right shoulder all the way up to your ear. Roll it forward. Look to the right or over the right shoulder and start moving your head and neck forward and back. So you're pressing forward toward the right shoulder and back toward the left shoulder. So I call it opening like a sliding door. And noticing where there's a restriction of movement. Generally, it might be in that backward movement. All right, one more time forward and back. Make it a good one. And then just gently release relax, come to center, shake it out a little bit. And let's try the left arm. So dangle it, left shoulder to the ear, roll the shoulder forward, keep that rolled forward, look left, and then start that forward and back motion. And you might notice one side is quite different than the other. And I've been practicing this for about a year and a half, and I'm finding no difference anymore. So it takes a while, but it does work. All right, one more forward and back. And then gently, very, very gently release, come back to center. Shake your arms out and then start some shoulder rolls to relax and release that. If you're not used to it, you might find a little tension increase. All right, and then go forward. All right, and just relax from there. So let's go into seated cat stretch. And I like the chair version because you can really get deep into it. So as you exhale, chest to thigh scoop up on your inhale, and then round the back and continue. So you'll notice that the whole spine is involved. I mean, as is the one on the floor too, but this one is really nice if you need to save knees. And generally about 10 of them. So you can really exaggerate this movement and really work the spine and press the shoulders back and round the spine, scoop down. All right, one more. And then come back to seated. Just take a little breath break. And we're going to come to standing. So continuing with upper body, just kind of create a nice stance, whatever's comfortable, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to take a hold of your right hand with your left hand, and you want to get your thumb caught in there as well. So we're going to do what I call the waterfall. So bring the right palm toward your body, and your left hand is cupped around the right hand, so you're palm to palm. And then extend that right arm up, all the way up, bend the fingers back. It gets off the monitor at this point, but bend your fingers back, keep your elbows straight, and then waterfall it back down, and then continue it. So straighten the elbow, bend the fingers back, lower the hands, and then keep that motion going. You can inhale up and exhale down. So a really well-needed underarm stretch. Especially if you get your fingers to bend really far back, including the thumb, and then you get a good wrist stretch as well. Let's do one more. All right, and shake that arm out, release it. So we'll do the same thing with the left. So bring the palm toward you, and then your right hand is going to cup the left hand. So it's palm to palm. Get your thumb in there. And then the same thing. So extend the left arm up, bend all the fingers back, and waterfall back down. And then continue. Really bending the fingers back. Keeping the elbows straight as you can get it. All right, let's do one more this side. All right, and relax that out. Okay, shake it out. Just do a couple shoulder rolls, massage that. And the next one is actually an arm one too, but this one you're working against what comes naturally to you. So I'll do my back to you because otherwise it gets a little awkward or confusing to watch. But we're going to start with the right arm, and the right arm is going to be very limp, like your muscles don't work. Take your left hand and hang on to your right wrist, just hang on to it, and pretend that your right arm can't move and you have to bring it up with your left hand. So you're going to bring it across the body at a diagonal. And you're going to notice that your right arm is going to continue to tense because it wants to help. But resist that all the way up. Resist the right arm tensing and trying to help. When you come to that farthest point, give your right arm a good stretch. Pull it away from you at a diagonal. And hold it there. And you'll notice your right arm keeps trying to tense up. And resist that. Now, let your right arm go like it has no mind of its own. Okay, we're going to try that again. Second time is a little bit easier. So grasp your right wrist and let the left hand do all the work. Draw it across the body at a diagonal, kind of like if you're at a clock toward 11 o'clock. And then when it's at the highest point, release the tension in the right arm and give it a nice stretch. And then drop your right arm. Just let it swing. All right, same thing with the left. So hang on to your left wrist and tell that left arm that it has nothing to do right now. And then draw it across the body. Now my left is easier because I'm a right-handed person, and this one doesn't resist as much. And then come to that high point, stretch it. Let it go. And then try it again. Cross it over to 1 o'clock. Release the tension, stretch the left arm. Release the tension in your hand and wrist too, and fingers, everything. And let it go. Okay, we are going to go into sun salutation. So this is the chair version. So grab a chair and bring the seat of it toward you and find your mountain pose. So point the second toe forward. And as you press the big toes down and the little toes down, arcing the foot, finding the center of that foot and feeling the energy run up the legs, up the spine, and right out the crown of the head, and relaxing the feet, bringing the hands to the heart center, thumbs touch the chest center. So on Tuesdays we do one slow sun salutation with variation. So press forward, open the back. Arms overhead, stretch up, back bend, and come to a forward fold. Hands and forehead touch the seat of the chair. Stepping the right foot back, coming into our first lunge. So the variations in these lunges are drop the right knee to the floor and look up. It's one variation. And then release, straighten the right leg and lower the heel toward the floor. And then the third one is staying in this position and dropping the torso toward the floor. A little bit more intense. And then just traveling through all three, or pick one that your body needs today. So I like doing it about 3 times each. And then finally, going into downward facing dog. So line your toes up, drop your heels, press your hips back, head is in between your upper arms, and we're breathing along that central channel, the spinal column. Inhale and exhale. And then coming into cobra, hips toward the seat of the chair, gaze forward, open up the shoulders, open the chest. And then go back to down dog and continue with the cobra flow, or one or the other, either down dog or cobra. You can hold one of the postures or travel through them. All right, and in down dog, step your right foot forward, and we'll begin lunging variations on the left side. So drop that left knee, look up, or straighten the left leg and press the heel down. Or hold that and lower the torso. All right, step to forward fold, drop forehead to the chair. Arms out at a T, inhale up overhead, back bend. And return to your heart center. And back to standing. All right. Just stand, observe. And then going into propeller, which is standing wide, a nice wide stance if you're able or whatever's comfortable, arms out at a T. And we're going to bring the right hand to that left foot and then your left hand up as you look up. And then inhale to center and switch sides. So inhaling and exhaling. All right, one more on each foot. And relax from here, step forward. And we're going to transition right into chair pose. So bend the knees, extend the hips, arms forward, reach. Arms up by the ears, reach up. And then coming to standing or overhead stretch, create a back bend. Keep your arms by the ears. And then naturally back to standing. So continuing with some back bending, place the fingertips right at the waist, thumbs are up your side, and lift the chest and bend back. Arms overhead, come into a forward fold. Keep the arms by the ears all the way down. Place the hands in front of the feet on the floor. And then arms to ears, come up. And another back bend with the heel of the hand at the waist, hands on your buttocks, elbows back, chest lifts, bend back. Overhead stretch again. Take a nice big inhale, reach up, and another forward fold. And then make your way down onto all fours. And a full cat stretch here. Exhaling first and inhaling. All right, pause after this last one and end up in all fours looking down. And then extending the right arm by your ear, level to the floor, and the left leg. And switch sides. Switch sides again. Right arm, left leg. We're going to bring elbow to knee, round the back, tuck the chin. Extend the arm and the leg, look down, and once again, elbow to knee. Extending both limbs and releasing back to the floor. Switch sides, left arm and right leg. And elbow to knee. Extend. And again, elbow to knee. And release that side, extend. And back to all fours. One more cat stretch. Start with the exhale. And inhale. Back to all fours. And then release onto your tummies. Take a nice gentle way down. And bring your chin to the floor. So you're going to press the bottom of your chin, not the top, not the front part. So you want to really extend the throat. Bring your hands down by your hips, palms up. Place one palm under each thigh. So we'll practice our cocoon. So beginning with just half cocoon, raise the right leg. And lower it, raise the left leg. And lower. Raise both legs. Use your fingertips to help the legs lift. Keep the chin pressed down. And release your legs to the floor. Take a little break. Release your hands, rest on a cheek. Just take a moment. And then press your chin to the floor again, and we're going to go into full cocoon. So one hand under each thigh. So lift the legs first, and then the head and the chest. Exhale and release back to the chin. And let's practice that one more time. Everything comes up at the same time. Look forward, lift the chest a little higher. And then gently release. Rest your other cheek. And then gently press back into a child's pose. Either wide knees or knees together, forehead to the floor. Bring your hands to your feet and just let your shoulders slump forward. And give them a little wiggle, wiggle your hips. All right, arms out at a T. Inhale up to kneeling. Let's reach up. Do a back bend like a modified camel almost. And then release from here and come to seated. All right, so legs in a wide V or a comfortable V, whatever feels right for you today. We're going to bring that right heel into the inner thigh. Left hand to the left foot. Drape the back of your right hand on your low back. And rock the shoulder back as you look up. Now once you're here, bend the left elbow and start side bending toward that left leg. And then gently come up. And let's switch sides. So tucking that left. And it can be anywhere along that inner leg. So if you can't bring it all the way up to the inner thigh, that's fine. Do whatever you can, right to right. Left hand on your low back. And look up. And then begin bending the right elbow, side bend. All right, gently release that side. We're going to extend both legs out into a comfortable V. And run your hands right down your legs too, as far as you can go. If you can grab the toes, go for it. Or anywhere along the legs. Just make sure the knees are flat to the floor, toes are up. And lunge forward. And then walk yourself up your legs. We're going to hug knees to chest. and then making that nice, gentle transition onto your backs. So a nice way is just to hug the knees and gently roll back. Straighten your legs onto the floor if they're not already. And we're bringing the right leg straight up to the ceiling. And then on the exhale, lower the heel to the floor. So we're going to point the leg up and flex, lower it back down. Point up and flex down. Couple more. All right, do the same thing with the left. About 5 times. Let's do one more. Hug knees to chest, just to give them a little rest. And then straighten the legs again and bring both legs up and flex them down. Try to use just the abdominal muscles. Try to bypass the back and the neck. And if you can only do 1 or 2, that's fine. I'll go up to 5. Let's try one more. All right, and just fully rest here, or hug knees to chest, whatever you need right now. All right, let's bring arms out at a T. Bend your knees, bring your feet and your knees together. And then dropping the knees to the right as you look left, and then switch sides. And keep going. Keep the knees together and the feet stacked as you tip side to side. All right, one more on each side. Straighten out your legs, come into full Shavasana, palms up, legs extended just in a comfortable V. Let your feet fall easy to the side. So as you begin to rest and release and let go, close your eyes just for the next minute or so. And allow your body to get very heavy, very warm, very soft, very supple. Bring your attention to the crown of the head and imagine that you're sweeping the body with breath, the whole with the body as you exhale down the torso, down the legs, and out the bottoms of your feet. And spin the breath around as it enters the bottoms of your feet, up the legs, up the width of the body, out the crown of the head. And then spinning the breath around as it enters the crown, down the width of the body, down the legs, and out the toes again. And then continuing with that sweeping breath as you watch the breath travel through the body, inhaling out the goodness, the positive energy, and exhaling any tiredness or fatigue, fear or doubt. Let it go out the toes. And then inhaling that good energy from the earth, from the universe. And allowing that to relax the body deeper. Noticing any subtle changes from practice. Allowing the breath to become very subtle as well. And taking just a few seconds to go deeper into that stillness and silence. Releasing, letting go. And then energizing and rejuvenating. Begin deepening your breath cycle. Wiggle fingers and toes, small movements into arms and legs, and then gently roll to your left side. And with your right hand, press yourselves back up to seated. And then bringing your hands to your heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.